Hi, my name is Ben Bishop and I'm a student at the University of Ottawa in the Teacher Education program. I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you about my experience this past summer working as a student guide at the Juno Beach Centre in Normandy, France. If you're not familiar with the JBC, it may be due to the fact that this centre and memorial was just recently opened in 2003 to commemorate the contribution and sacrifice of Canadians to the Second World War, and to supply an opportunity for visitors from all parts of the world to learn about this contribution and about Canadians as a people and a nation. With this year's Remembrance Day ceremonies just around the corner, it seems an appropriate moment for me to share with you the experience I had working at such a significant Canadian site as it relates to the remembrance of Canadian veterans who fought to preserve peace, many of whom gave their lives in order to put an end to the most destructive war in the history of human civilization. So it was with much pride that I had the opportunity to be a part of the process of keeping alive the memory of our country's contribution. And the guide program was an excellent opportunity for me as a Canadian to learn much more about our country's contribution to the war and in much greater detail. The subject had long been of interest to me, especially since I earned my university degree in international relations, but also because my grandfather served as a Canadian tank instructor in the war. I was thus able to take advantage of the learning resources at the Centre, as well as many first-hand accounts from veterans and from those affected by the war. The opportunity for these encounters with veterans in particular was a very unique aspect of my summer, as I met many more veterans at the Centre than I'd ever met before in my life, and I had the chance to hear them recount their stories and their memories of the war, the good and the bad. Furthermore, I met many other people, as I mentioned, that were affected by the war, many of them French and Belgian and Dutch, that had their own stories to tell about their Canadian liberators. And it was especially touching to me to see how these visitors have remained appreciative to this day, over 63 years after Canadians landed on Juno Beach, and that their memories of that time still bring tears to their eyes. It was also an incredible honor to take part in the ceremonies of commemoration that paid tribute to the Canadian soldiers and their sacrifices. And it was probably this final aspect that will remain most firmly stamped in my memories, as it was probably the moment in my life that I felt most proud to be Canadian. So thanks to these experiences, I have some very treasured memories to reflect on this November 11th, 2007, as much as I have an even more profound respect and appreciation for the contribution of Canadians past and present in serving our country to protect peace and to help to build a world that is more tolerant, accepting, and more secure. I should also think it appropriate to ask you then that if you happen to meet a veteran or a serving soldier, whether it be today, tomorrow, or any other day, don't forget to give him or her your thanks for helping to build a better world so that people like you and I can live in peace and security today and in the future. So that basically concludes my message to you. I hope it has provided you with some things to think about this Remembrance Day, and thank you for your attention, and good luck in school.